Hello everyone, my name is Spacebyter and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. So, yep, little audio problems, but the second part of this video is just fine, so let's get into the summary. Well, first of all, we've built this cool manufactory last time for the reinforced plates and rotors, and we've set up the awesome space elevator. Now, in this episode, we are mostly focused on getting some of these milestones, and of course coal power, but mostly we started off with the Mark II logistics. As soon as we've got the logistics, we've replaced some belts that made some of our assemblers actually run at 100% efficiency now. Quickly after, we've manually crafted the smart plating in a separate assembler by throwing in 50 reinforced plates and 50 rotors. Together they would produce the 50 smart plating that we then needed for the space elevator. We could drag the smart plating in by hand in order to load the cargo and then seal it for delivery. Now of course all of this also had cool sound effects, but I'm sure that we will hear them again when we complete phase 2. Now as soon as we sealed the cargo, Ada gave us a little presentation. With the shipment ready of the smart plating, now the phase 1 distribution platform could begin construction. With the presentation also came some cool insights into upcoming milestones, including automated power, steel production, personnel transport and many more. With the new phase also came new resources that we would need to make, smart plating for stop framework and automated wiring. Now as soon as we've launched the resources up there with the transporter, something really cool began to happen in orbit. As you can see, the space station expanded and built at a blazing speed. Look at it go. This is honestly one of the coolest parts of the game already. Just building your space station and actually seeing something happen. Very cool. Next up, it was time to get coal running. Now of course we need this technology because we need automated power, so we can just keep doing fun stuff while things produce. After we unlocked coal power, we scanned for some coal and we found that there was a big cluster of coal located near a lake. Now as coal generators need water and coal to function, this would prove to be one of the best areas, probably, to build this. So I quickly made a power line and ran toward the area where the coal and water were located, hoping to find a good place for the coal power plant. Upon arriving, we were met with this magnificent sight of this small valley with a beautiful lake and waterfall nearby. As soon as we found the coal, we came upon some weird looking electric, like blue fiery spitter creatures. They looked very cool, but they were no match for me and I dispatched them quite easily. Nonetheless though, very nice. After reaching the coal veins, I've placed the miners down in preparation for, of course, the coal power plant. Shortly after, I built a ramp that I could then stand upon to overlook the area and see where I might want to build the power plant. On the right you can also see what my calculations were. Now, this was the summary of the first part of the video. On to the next, and now my real-time counterpart will take over. Thank you for watching this summary and enjoy the rest of the video. Because the milestone that I unlocked was the resourcing program, which grants us access to the sink, the awesome shop and the customizer feature. Now, as you might have noticed, everything we have now is now black and orange. Look at that. Even our character himself or herself is now in those colors. So you might think, okay, but why these colors? Well, I've tried my own colors of my channel. You know, the blue and the greenish cyan. Apologies. And try to like mix and match them with the machines. However, I can actually show you real quick. I think this is the one. I think this is the blue version, and then like with this, a bit more like so. If I do this, it looks decent, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not really the look I'm going for with this playthrough. With this playthrough, I want to not like make it fancy looking and you know, make it very like vibrant. I want it to be some dark heavy machinery, you know, like unrelenting progress. Unrelenting progress. That's what I want to, well, my factories to emit. An aura of unrelenting progress. So with unrelenting progress comes heavy machinery and no mercy, of course, for any obstacle that stands in our way. That is also the reason why I have made this color scheme. Let me just change it back real quick. There we go. Which is this one, which is more darker, with the orange colors signifying like fire, and like smelting power and just, you know, fury. And that is why I have dubbed this color scheme Bellowing Fury. Yep. Yes, I do that sometimes. I give names to things and I like it. So yeah, there have been many color schemes in the little time that we just, the little time jump that we just did. So yeah, there have been many color schemes that have gone through here, through all of these machines in the little time skip that we just did, from the little ramp over there to here. But yeah, this one is definitely the one that fits here the most. It's kind of close to the original Satisfactory swatch, you know, the orange and the blue. But I think that with the dark gray mixed in, it gives it a real industrial vibe, which I like a lot. Now, I am, well, going to collect the last remaining parts of resources that are still here. And then I'm going to head over there and make a little proof of concept for you. And then we're gonna build the rest of it together. See you in a bit. Oh, real quickly, before we do that actually, I have managed to gather some resources, of course, over time. Alright, so now we can actually unlock some of these technologies. So I was looking at these kinds of things, and I think we have this one right here. The spitter research. And then what does it give us? Oh, another message from Ada.
The remains researched belong to an organism that tends to nest near objects emitting specific types of resonance. Spitters are called as such due to their ability to create and spit plasma across long distances. Spitter remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving Pioneer safety during exploration.
Yes, okay. So I think I already had this one, yep. Now scannable objects is not something we need. We do not need to search for slugs yet. Yellow power slugs are also not a problem. However, this is something that we definitely want. Unlocking the ability to overclock things. Here we go. Another message probably from Ada. Yep.
Overclocking development completed. Power shards can now be inserted into all buildings to increase input and output speed. Underclocking is also possible. Note, power consumption of overclocked buildings increases exponentially. This fruit, dubbed the paleberry due to its tendency to stay light in color even when ripe, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available. This fruit,
I'm just gonna let it run for a bit.
After its distinctive color, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
Yep, and now we'll research this one. We're just gonna, you know, go through them all, but I wanted to show you what she says.
Research completed. Alien protein can now be turned into biomass or alien DNA capsules. In addition to being used for research, the invaluable alien lifeform data in these capsules can be traded for fix-it coupons at the Awesome Sync. We guarantee the best capsule to coupon exchange rate anywhere on this planet.
Alright, so I already have some resources placed in a chest over there, so we can pick those up in a second, and that is why I do not have enough cable. Because we need a bunch more cable for that, which I saw right here. Look at that. Inflated pocket dimension. More inventory space. I'll take that. Yes.
Pocket dimension significantly
And
expanded. We are all doing our part.
I'm just going to skip a little bit because I want to continue on with building. And this one is very important. So Mercer Sphere, this one I'm definitely going to show you.
Mercer Sphere analysis completed. Established local planetary signature of massage 2, AB, in the local Mercer Sphere signals, allowing them to be tracked by the object scanner. Mercer Spheres can also transmit data between specific.
Witness our scripture, witness our windows. Have you come to defile our shrine? Sing us a song.
Arguing the existence of intelligent alien life. While Fixit has figured out the method, all of the original data is still untranslatable.
Interesting. So did you see how Ada kind of, well, got interrupted by another voice? It's interesting to see where that goes. We had the same thing when we picked up one of those Mercer Spheres, I think. That suddenly someone began to talk to us, so that's going to be interesting. Now this I saw recently in an update, and this is also something that we are definitely going to strive for, to get this up and running. Now this one as well we can do. Let's see what we get out of this. What is this?
Summer sloop analysis completed. Summer sloops are somewhere between battery and conduit, harvesting energy from pockets of space with complete disregard for the rules of the space-time continuum, and distributing it into its connected ecosystem. This energy,
Let the effigies harvest until the waves reach our shores. Consume.
similarities to the hypothetical force of dark energy to potentially be one and the same. It can now be tracked by the object scanner.
Very nice. So this thing is awesome. So it generates power based on the power that is currently in the attached grid. So if you have like, I don't know, 2000 energy or something, it will grab a percentage probably, and then just output that as free energy, if I'm reading this correctly. And that is super nice to have. So that is Summer Sloops, and this is for the Mercer Spheres. And soon we'll have to go on a crazy rampage just finding all of these Mercer Spheres in order to get all of these technologies, because we need them all probably. I really want to see where this dimensional depot tree goes. Let's see, do we have any other things that we can do right now? The quartz, sulfur.
The crystalline mineral was a previously unknown variation of quartz, with uniquely large and flawless crystals, normally only found in synthetic quartz. The industrial application of this mineral will follow that of its synthetic counterpart, specifically in communication and exploration technologies. This unknown chemical element was in reality an unusual mixture of solid sulfide and sulfate materials from which sulfur can be extracted. Sulfur's primary use lies in fertilizers, which we have no use for. Instead, this element enables access to more volatile obstacle clearing and pioneer defending tools.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be weapons and all kinds of things, so this is going to be cool. Quartz as well now has the Blade Runners. I can remember that it used to be in the Caterium tree, but now it's in here, so that's nice. Yeah, so I'm just going to collect the rest of the resources. I think I'm gonna let it run a little bit more on biofuel. I think I have some in here if I'm correct. Yep. And then with the last batch of resources, we're gonna go to the coal generator plant and see if we can create a little template that we can, yeah, build and expand. See you in a bit. Alright everyone, welcome back. Here we are in the valley, and I've made a little setup that I think is going to work. Speak of the devil, every single time. Yep. This is my little setup of the coal generator plant, power plant. I've made these little outputs. So what I was thinking, a pipe, as you can see also on the right, a Mark 1 pipe can contain only 300 units of water per minute. Now of course we need 360 water per minute. So how are we going to fix that? Well, if we think of it as an actual fluid, we can pump it up here, and then it will first flow over there and these 5 coal generators, which is fine. However, if we pump this guy into that socket over there, into that side of the pipe, then those ones will get filled up the same time that those will get filled up. In this way, it doesn't all have to go through one line. And therefore, we have fixed the 360 in comparison to 300 water per minute problem. So the 60 water that normally cannot fit through one pipe is now diverged into that area and split over all of those generators. So in theory, that should work. In theory, I haven't tested it, but in theory, that should work. So now all we have to do is put a conveyor belt to the miners and actually pump this water up here. I don't know how I'm gonna do this nicely. I mean, the horizontal works perfectly for this, I think. Don't die. Ooh. I think they've lowered fall damage because I am not taking nearly as much. Oh, that's perfect. That's super straight. There we go. Well, and I've also created this swatch here with which we can actually paint these pipes, as you can see. I've already painted these, and that way we can actually see what it is pumping. So in this case it will be water, and they are already hooked up, so that's fine. I didn't want to take too long with this power plant, because of course progress does not stop. We are here for ruthless progress, with a little bit of fun on the side, of course. Okay, so let us connect this one up. Where actually was it? Here it is. Then connect it. Then jump. There we go. Hooked it up. And that should be fine. Now all it needs is a pipeline pump, which we will place around here, I think. That's fine. It's just for now, you know, until we have more and better gear to make this into a bigger power plant, or a more efficient one at that. Now this one is in quite a unusual spot. Let me see if I can actually make it go better. Let me use my second hotbar here, and then I can do like this, and that's a nice diagonal pipe. Yes. Let's color code this. Let's place the pump here, like that height. I think is about the same. There we go. And that should be the water fixed. So that's 360 water per minute being pumped upwards towards the coal power plants. Now all we need is the coal. So for all of the people that might not know, in all of the outputs and inputs of a machine, and in this case it is an input, you can place conveyor lifts. They will snap to it. I will give you an example here. I remove this for a little second. There we are. So what we can do is we can place a conveyor lift here, and as you can see it snaps to it. We can click on it, and then we can scroll wheel and turn it around. Now we want it to be here. And the coolest thing is that you can actually snap splitters on this. And then you can say, okay, what will be the input over here? Then you click it. And now if we feed this, it will actually transport resources down into the machine. So what we can do with this, what we can do with this is we can chain this and make it a manifold line above the pipes, which looks pretty damn cool. There we go. This is all Mark II belts, by the way, and all of the lifts are Mark 1s because the miners only, or the generators only require 15 per minute. So in that case, it is fine. And they don't actually need Mark IIs. Let's see. And then we need, of course, a Mark II as an input with the Mark II belt and a Mark II lift going down. So now we need to hook up the coal. So we're just going to make the worst looking conveyor belt rail in history. And I hope I have enough reinforced plates for this. Probably not. But there's no harm in hoping. I think we might just make it, or just barely not. I think barely not is what it's going to be. Let's remove all of these plants here. There we go. I think... yeah, I'll need to make some extra... let me see. Some extra reinforced plates. Oh, but we have enough with us because I took it all with me. So this shouldn't be a problem. Let's hook this up right here and then snap it. Boom! So that is the 120 coal per minute fixed. And then we'll hook these up. And then we'll go like so. And actually get this power line all the way over there. Right, so that is all hooked up now. We don't have to actually do anything for this anymore. Now we just need to turn it on and let it do its thing. Hopefully, as soon as we get these bushes... I hate it when it clips through the conveyors. Here as well. There we go. That's nice looking. Now we'll need to, of course, give it a little kickstart with the biomass burners. But that's not that big of a problem. Because if we look, we have 78 megawatts of power consumption of the miners and the water extractors. So that's a little bit more than one coal generator. But yeah, so that will need 3 of these, which is perfect. And then we will split this, I think, into 20s. Let's see. Just give it a little bit of biomass. Bam. Turn it on. Turn it on again. Why is it only 30? Wait, what? There it is, 90. I was just about to say, like, what? But it's working now, 90 megawatts. But these things should now be working. Yes, look at them go. Oh. Should be spinning actually, but is it full? What's happening? Are you working? Oh yes, they are working. Jeez Louise, one of these things uses 20 megawatts. That's a ton of power. Oh, and I forgot to paint something here. Oh no, I cannot get up here. What is this? Oh, I can. No, never mind. There and there and there. So the coal power plant will take a long time in order to work because it is a manifold line, which means that this one will fill up first and then this one and then that one. So they will over time in about, I'm guessing like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, they will start to work. But as soon as we have 3 of them working, it should be fine. Now, of course, we can actually speed this up by placing some portable miners. As you can see, here comes the coal. Then real soon it should be doubling. Yep, here it is. As you can see, now it's a full belt. Then together with these mines, we can actually then manually put this coal into the machines. So we can prime the manifold already. So if you do not know how a manifold works, when the items flow in, firstly the first generator will slowly fill up, because of course it only needs 15. It has 60 as an input, and there's 120 coming in. So it will fill up to 100, and then everything that doesn't fit into that one will overflow to the next generator. Then that one will fill up all the way to the last one, and the last one will never fill up, because in that time that the coal has filled up all of the other generators, only 15, or the parts that the last one will need, will be left. Now, if we prime those generators and already fill them with 100, it will immediately start working at 100%. But that's the nice thing about priming your generators, especially the coal generators, and something I highly recommend doing. Now, of course, this also takes a little bit of time, but it takes way less time than if you wait for this slow belt to fill it up all slow-like, if you know what I mean. Let's see, as you can see, coal is coming in. It's already running. It's very, well, it's very much fluctuating, actually. As you can see, it's going all over the place. But now, as soon as we start to do the priming of all of these generators, things should start to even out rather quickly. There we go, 111. Now you should see a lot more coal coming this way. I hope. Yep. You can see that it's now a little bit quicker. Yep, there it is, there it is. See? More and more. Because these are now at 100, and now you can see the line slowly stabilizing. It's still going up and down a bit, but you can see that we now have a steady 480. It isn't really going down that anymore. Now I think one of our water generators has cut out. Oh no, these ones are now no longer active, so we'll disconnect them for now. Don't destroy them. But this is now running automated ad infinitum. So, because it's powering itself right now. As you can see, we now are producing around this much, and we're using this. So this could run basically into infinity. As you can see, we now have this like tooth pattern, and that's because of the priming, because not everything is primed yet. But we are reaching slowly that 600 megawatts. We need one more generator, which is probably the last one. Or no, this one, I think. Yep. These two still need to be filled, but this one is slowly filling up, as you can see. I'm going to take you guys out of here, because you are no longer needed. And ladies and gentlemen, look at this. The coal power is now fully functioning. It's not as nice as I would have liked. But we'll fix that in later episodes, or I'll do it in between. At least this is how it works. This is how you do it. And yeah. Look at the glowy parts on the machines as well. You can hear them spinning up and slowing down, these two. These two are, most of these are already going. I never understood why these are not spinning. Or maybe it's the inside that's spinning. I don't know. Anywho, that is coal power. And there is where I am going to leave it for now. What I will probably just do is, again, let the world run for a bit. And actually make it so this is stabilizing. I think it's already stabilized. Almost. You can see the last little inconsistencies. I'm gonna grab some more coal, throw them all full, and then they should be working at their fullest capacity. They are all filled with water, so the water is working fine as I predicted. And yeah, look at it. There we are. And now we can just expand this all the way to the right and just add more and more coal into it to get more and more power. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much for watching this episode. Look at the beautiful birds in this beautiful backdrop. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this one. It was kind of chaotic, this one, because I had this idea and then I jumped to the other one. But I really enjoyed this one in figuring all of the new things out. Especially the new research tree about the Mercersphere and the Summer Sloop is very intriguing to me. And yeah, we have a cool color scheme now that we're just gonna use. Maybe it will change in the future, who knows, we shall see. So, in any case, like, subscribe and all that jazz. You can all find that stuff below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Peace!